structure of the branches, the bank branches is quite different from the branch office, the bank offices themselves, because they
Yeah.
may have in-house, IT teams which are there, and a lot of other things, including the data centers sometimes that they will have in these places. And I remember even then, especially data center would be at the heart of any company because it's highly guarded and generally very much protected. Has there been any time that you were able to break into the data center and successfully exfiltrate whatever you wanted? Would you like to share?
Yeah, I've got on video that I showed in Goa actually, where it was like the manager walked me into the data center and like opened up the code on the door and like let me in unattended. It just like left me there because it was hilarious and sad, very sad as well, in a very funny way. Because I was like, oh, I can't believe they just did this. But I have gotten into a lot of data centers. It's like it is scary how many data centers I've been able to access. I will tell you this, this is, and once again, this is the hacker mindset. At the bank that I used to work for, the data center, I made it where I couldn't, if you wanted to get into the data center and you were a network employee or a security employee, you could only open the door if there was another employee badging in
Oh,
within
okay.
the same time.
This is
Within 10
interesting.
seconds, it had to be two employees to badge in to allow
Mm-hmm.
the door to open. So it's like so and the best part about it, because I think like this, it's like I have so much I was the biggest threat to the bank if I ever went bad because I had so much access and I could do so many things. So I literally when I needed to go into the data center from the bank that I worked for, it took two employees to badge me in because I had to badge in, but I could not open the door at all. I had no authorization. It had to be two other employees that would escort me into the bank into the server room because I made sure since I had so much knowledge and I considered myself one of the biggest risks if I ever went bad or I got fired or if I got upset with them that I needed to you don't just protect the company from outsider threats. You have to protect them from insider threats and potentially from yourself if you go rogue. You have to let them know that you're taking all factors into consideration. So I had the least amount of access anywhere in that bank. It's like I was the one that had the least amount of rights on the network, the least amount of rights physically, everywhere. And it's but I will tell you a story about me actually, and the reason why I do the security like this is I literally was asked by a client one time, and they were sort of jerks. They were like, "Can you actually steal a server from our server room?" And I was
Okay.
like, "Yeah." It's like that would be pretty easy. Say, "Okay, we'll give you a bonus if you can walk a server out of our server room at night." It's like because I'd already shown that I was able to get into the server room, and they were a little upset about that. And so I was like, okay, so yeah, so they were like, the scope was we're going to put a server on the floor unattached with the name on it. This is the name of it. When you see this one, you can take it out. Just this one right here. And it's like, I'm like, okay. And the whole server racks, all their server racks were
Mm-hmm.
these thin 1U servers. So I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be a cool little, just, I'll pick up a blade and just like, walk out the door. So that night, I get in there and these guys thought they were funny. They were trying to be silly. It was an old Compaq. It's like 4U SCSI RAID NAS server that probably weighed like 50, 100 pounds. It was like one of those huge, big beige
Yeah.
boxes. It
Legacy.
was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this was like legacy, like Lord of the Rings kind of legacy. This thing was old. Okay, it's like this is like one token ring to rule them all. It was bad, and so I was just like, oh, they trying to be funny. So I'm not carrying that big old thing trying to lug it out all the way to my car. So what I do is I go get caught by security because I then show them the fake engagement letter, the get out of jail free card that I carry with me, because I
Okay.
carried a forged email, not the real one. I show them the forged one that says y'all have to do everything that this person says, and you can't write it down in your logs or document it. But they're doing an audit that is top secret, so let them have the way of everything. So I show them this letter, and then I got security to carry the server out and put it into
That's
my car.
amazing.
And when they saw the video of how I got the server out, they were not happy. It's like, and I was just like,
You asked for it.
guys, y'all thought y'all were funny. This is what you get. It's like, so.
Oh, this is amazing.
That was
Like, this
probably my
is,
worst one.
I think this is worth being made a movie into, and because particularly because you're not just using the stereotypes, but you're exactly using, I think, the best case of an exploit where you're carrying the entire thing, and then because I think some of the most rich banks will have these mainframe systems, and then that might be their reason why they asked you to do it in the first place, to check if these can be stolen or not. But then it's all possible.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I tell people it's not there's so much gatekeeping in this industry where it's like you've got to know this or you've got to know that. And one of the things that I've come across a lot is people talking about how you need to know programming, you need to know how to do SQL injections, or you need to know how to use Metasploit. And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know. I don't have to know how to do a SQL injection. Okay. I just walked out with your SQL database server. Okay. It's in my
Like,
car
physically.
now.
Who would have
I
thought?
just dropped all the tables. It's like, so don't talk to me about how much coding you need to know. It's like, if you have a mindset to ask what if and try to come up with solutions for these other scenarios, then you're going to do great in this community. It doesn't matter what your programming skill is or how long you've been at it or where you started off as. It's not about that. It's about how much passion you have to learn and to adapt.
Yeah, definitely. I think many of us especially who are starting in this industry, come with that idea that you were just talking about, and that you need to know this and that and that, and then the tech changes by the time you learn one, and there are new technologies coming in, there are new databases coming in, and then by the time you keep learning everything, it's more important to look at it in a hands-on fashion and be passionate about what you do, understand the system you're trying to break. You'll always find a way through it.
Exactly. And it's constantly evolving. It's like, and people can't keep saying that this is what's required. When I started out in security, you had to know what Novell NetWare was and how to work with OS2 warp systems. It's like, how many of them are you seeing out there right now? Exactly.
None.
And that's the point. It's because it's constantly evolving. It's like, so you don't have to know all these things because you don't know if that's what's going to be valid in 5 years. You constantly have to learn. You have to, and one of the things that we also have a problem with is that we don't even have to worry about outside gatekeepers. We're so busy gatekeeping ourselves, going, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough for that, or it's like, I don't know this enough, so maybe I shouldn't do that. And I'm like, you're not even letting the jerks gatekeep you. You're doing it yourself. It's like, get mad at you. It's like
So
we're
true.
hackers. There is no gate. Okay. It's like Neo. There's no spoon. There's no gate.
It's
Just
all in the
go
mind.
over it,
Yeah,
around it.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I tell people is like, because the key thing about doing this job or doing anything good is to not limit yourself by what people say is possible, because whatever things that people say is possible is based on what they've accomplished. And who knows if you can't accomplish more, the stuff that they think is impossible.
Yeah.
So stop trying to go by what is possible and go by what you can accomplish.